Hey everyone. In a period of 2 months prior to the brutal slaying of James Foley and other journalists by ISIS, as reported on Democracy Now! And a few other alternative outlets, 113 criminals were beheaded in Saudi Arabia. Now, one might say, well, that's a nasty way of executing people, but they were criminals after all. And I'm sure there were some serious criminals amongst those that were beheaded. But a few of those uh, criminals were guilty of blasphemy, beheaded for blasphemy by Saudi Arabia. A few of those criminals were beheaded for criticizing the state. And, you know, Saudi Arabia is the home of the state-sponsored Sunni Islam sect of Wahhabism, the most extremist, out of space or out in space Sunni Islam sects that exist. And this is our ally. They behead people, some of them for blasphemy. Oh, come on now. This is barbaric. So I have a message for Saudi Arabia, and it's this. Okay, you know, you're stuck in the 14th century. That's your right, I guess, to, have whatever philosophy you want to. But, maybe you would consider this. If you don't want to move up to the 21st century, perhaps you would consider moving up to at least the 19th century. That would be helpful. The 1800s. Okay? So why don't you consider that? And as for the oligarchs in D.C., you might consider this. It's a little bit hypocritical to invite, as I just saw on the news tonight, Saudi Arabia to a conference on extremism and how to deal with extremism, how to fight extremism. A little bit hypocritical, don't you think? Okay, that's it. Let me get this thing shut off. And thanks for dropping in, and everybody be well.